Hey, in this video I'm going to be comparing three artists, Juice WRLD, XXXTentacion, and Trippie Redd. This is due to their similar styles of music, and I will specifically be covering each one's Moonlight. Now that that's out of the way, let's jump straight into the stats. Obviously, everyone knows the viral sensation of Moonlight by XXXTentacion. 1.8 billion streams on Spotify alone, easily making it the most popular out of the three Moonlights. It's miles ahead of the others. Juice WRLD's Moonlight, while never being officially released to all platforms, has amassed 99 million streams on SoundCloud. Trippie Redd is basically an honorable mention here, only gaining 13 million streams. How this is going to work is that the best in each category will receive a single point, the second will receive a half point, and the third, no point. Saying this, we can see X with a single point, Juice with 0.5, and Trippie with 0. Numbers aren't everything, and when it comes to storytelling, Trippie paints a really astounding picture of love and his relationship, which plays into the album as a whole. Juice coming in a close second, painting a different picture of his relationship, and while not awful by any means, it just lacks a bit of depth that I think Trippie has. X doesn't do awful, but the other two have just done so much of a better job in my opinion, leading me to believe that he's shown the worst story here. Now when it comes to production, I'm gonna have to give this point to X. It has a really clean, well-sounding, alien aesthetic type beat, and the production is really just something else. Juice does a nice job with this like lo-fi trap type beat, but Trippie coming out with a soothing, almost in space beat has earned him the second spot. The beat genuinely makes me feel like I'm floating, which sadly leaves Juice in last place. Lyricism, where X is taking it again, with subtle nods to his so-called positivity cult and his ex Geneva Ayala. X does a great job referencing things that relate back to Moonlight within Moonlight and help push its main themes. With all that being said, I'm gonna add that it's not perfect, and only having a single verse does drop it down a bit in my mind, which allows me to say that Trippie Redd takes a decently close second here. While there aren't as many undertones or references, he still does manage to relate to his now ex-girlfriend Coi Leray, which sadly leaves Juice coming in last again. With only a pretty obvious reference to Kevin Hart's movie Ride Along, there really isn't too much to examine within these lyrics, leaving him in last place. Rhyming and flow. I decided to combine these two into one category just so it would be easier. Anyway, X easily takes it. While in the chorus there are some repetitive rhymes, the interesting flow saves it. And during the verse, we can see a lot of intricate rhyming. Trippie is going to be taking second place again here. While it's nothing super special, he does at least deliver some rhymes I consider interesting and has a decent flow. Juice coming in last place with disappointing rhyming, especially from someone like him. Usually just rhyming the same phrases or words together between lines, aside from some exceptions during the first verse. The only real saving grace here is that the flow really weaves together these at times lazily put together rhymes. Delivery and vocals. At this point it's going to start to be a lot of my own personal opinion. Alright, so I believe Juice does a really nice job with his vocals and his delivery. Each line somehow feels energetic and also soothing, and I really like that. Trippie has a lot of varied vocals as he seamlessly switches between the way he's delivering his tone and overall the way that he's singing, and it really brings out a calm vibe within the track. X is close in my opinion, but he's last just because while his delivery is good, it's just not on that level, and it certainly doesn't vary as much as Trippie's, and it doesn't go above and beyond like Juice's. Lastly, I'm just going to be mentioning my own personal enjoyability. I'd have to say that due to its repetitivity, Juice would be last. Trippie would need to come second, as due to its vibe, it's not really something I can listen to anytime. X, with a re-listenable, timeless masterpiece, would need to come first. Now, I'm not going to be counting the cover art, but I would still like to mention them and throw them on screen. So if I was, Trippie would easily win with this artistic cover, which is just truly incredible. X would be second with a stylized but yet simple question mark. And Juice would come last, and while a red moon is interesting, it's definitely not too special considering what the others have done. So for my outro, I just want to say thanks for watching. All three of these artists have made incredible tracks, and I do really enjoy them as artists. If you want to, go ahead and subscribe as well as liking the video because it really does help me a lot more than it seems.